Hello student, welcome back to the Tushar Sir YouTube channel. Today is the third lecture of rotational dynamics. Today we learn the application of uniform circular motion. Before we study the application of uniform circular motion, I have to inform you 2 points. First is frictional force and its direction, and second point, vertical and horizontal component of any physical quantity. So first, what is mean by frictional force and how it's developed and what is its direction. So frictional force is the force in between the two bodies. When one body is move or slide over the other body, at that time there exists a frictional force, right? Now what is the direction of that frictional force? Here we consider any wooden block, and this wooden block is kept on a horizontal surface, right? Now we apply the force on this block by using this string and pulley, and the other end of this pulley, the other end of this string is connected to the weight, which is EMG, right? This EMG means which is the force applied on this block by using this string. Now this is the direction of the applied force, right? This is the direction of applied force, which is denoted by suppose FA, right? This is the direction of applied force. Now the frictional force is developed in between this surface of this block and horizontal surface, and the direction of that frictional force is exactly opposite to the direction of applied force, right? This is the direction of frictional force, right? What we understand here, the direction of frictional force is opposite to the direction of applied force, right? And this frictional force is arrive at the time when the block is just move over the other body or the table, right? ह्या टेबलवरती ज्यावेळेस हा ब्लॉक मूव्ह व्हायला सुरुवात होईल त्याच वेळेस काय होईल, हा फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स एक्झिस्ट असेल, त्याच वेळेस तो अराईव्ह होईल. ठीक आहे, हा कन्सेप्ट समजला. आता सेकंड कन्सेप्ट यातला आपल्याला माहीत पाहिजे तो म्हणजे vertical and horizontal component of any physical quantity. How to calculate the vertical and horizontal component? It is very simple concept. Suppose we consider this is the direction of any physical quantity, suppose which is denoted by n, right? Now the vertical and horizontal component of this physical quantity are denoted by suppose y and x, right? Now angle between the direction of this physical quantity and horizontal is theta, right? Now here we get the right angle triangle. Now what is, according to trigonometry, what is sin theta? Sin theta is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse, which is n. So y becomes, y is equal to n into sin theta, right? Now this y, which is called as the vertical component of this n, right? Now what is the cos theta for this angle? Cos theta is equal to x upon n, this is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, so x becomes n cos theta, right? And this is called the horizontal component of this n physical quantity, right? दोन्ही कन्सेप्ट व्यवस्थित लक्षात आले. Now let's move ahead towards our first point, today's first point, which is the application of uniform circular motion. So first application is the vehicle along a horizontal circular track. Vehicle, the first point is vehicle along a horizontal circular track or road. The circular track म्हणजे आपण जर सर्क्युलर ट्रॅकचा टॉप व्ह्यू जर पाहिला तर ती डायग्राम या पद्धतीने दिसेल पहा, बरोबर, या पद्धतीने. नाउ दिस इज द सेंटर पॉइंट ऑफ दिस सर्क्युलर ट्रॅक and the vehicle is moving along the circular track, right, in this way. Suppose the radius of the circular track is denoted by r. radius काय असेल त्याची r असेल. आता हा जर टॉप व्ह्यू दाखवला म्हणजे थोडक्यात ही जर व्हेकल असेल तर ती या पद्धतीने कर्व होईल, म्हणजे इथं तिला सर्क्युलर मोशन घ्यावी लागणार आहे. ठीक आहे. आता याचा जर मी असा व्हर्टिकल सेक्शन जर घेतला तर हीच डायग्राम कशा पद्धतीने दिसणार आहे पहा. This is the center point of the circular track and vehicle is moving along this circular track. We get the vertical section and we see from the front side of this vehicle. This is the front side of that vehicle and we consider this is the center of mass point. Now the m is the mass of this vehicle, so the total weight of this vehicle is mg, which is in downward direction. At the same time the normal reaction which is opposite to the weight mg and which is perpendicular to the road surface, which is denoted by suppose n, right. Now when vehicle is turned along this circular track, at that time there exists a frictional force in between the tires and road surface, right. Now when vehicle is moving along this circular track, at that time there exists a frictional force and that frictional force is balanced by using the centripetal force. We know that the centripetal force is required to move the particle or the body in a circular motion. So what is the direction of that force? Which is along the radius, right, and towards the center of this circular track, right. Now r is the radius of the circular track, r, right, and this frictional force is balanced by using the centripetal force, which is denoted by suppose FCP. ठीक आहे. एवढा कन्सेप्ट सगळा लक्षात आला. इथं आपण काय घेतलं शॉर्टमध्ये, n म्हणजे काय, नॉर्मल रिॲक्शन विच इज अपोजिट टू द टोटल वेट ऑफ द बॉडी अँड दिस वेट ऑफ द बॉडी इज ऑलवेज इन डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन. फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स विच इज डेव्हलप इन बिटवीन रोड सरफेस अँड tires of the vehicle, right. This frictional force which is equal to the centripetal force which is required to move the vehicle in a circular track. ठीक है. So right, so first equation becomes here n is equal to mg and second equation becomes Fs is equal to Fcp. That means Fs is equal to frictional force is equal centripetal force is m/r omega square or mv square upon r, right. What is omega? Which is the angular velocity along the circular track. V is its linear velocity, which is also called as the tangential velocity. So now divide equation number 2 by equation number 1. What we get? Fs upon n is equal to mv square upon r divided by mg. Here m get cancelled, the equation becomes v square upon rg, right. Now in this equation n, r and g are constant, right. n, r and g are constant for a particular circular track. Therefore here frictional force Fs is directly proportional to v square. That means v is directly proportional to square root of Fs, right. हे एक इक्वेशन लक्षात ठेवा. आता सेकंड आपल्याला यात काय प्रूव्ह करायचं पहा. नाउ फ्रॉम इक्वेशन नंबर 1 and 2, Fs means it is the frictional force, right. This limiting value of this frictional force or the limiting value of the static friction, which is equal to Fs is equal to mu s n, where mu s is called as the coefficient of static friction for the given road surface and tires of this vehicle, right. So now put this value in this equation. We get mu s n divided by n is equal to v square upon rg, right. Now n get cancelled, so equation becomes rg into mu s is equal to v square. Therefore we write here v square is equal to mu s r g. So v is equal to what? V is equal to square root of mu s r g, right? Now in this equation mu s is constant, g is also constant. That means velocity of this vehicle on this circular track is depend upon the radius of that circular track, right? V is directly proportional to r, right? So this is the maximum velocity of a vehicle along this circular track. So V max is equal to square root of mu s r g. ठीक आहे, सिंपल इक्वेशन आहे, हे इक्वेशन व्यवस्थित लक्षात ठेवा. सो नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज वेल or all of death. So next point is well or the all of death. Now in this point we find out the minimum speed of a vehicle. Below that speed the vehicle can be dropped down. So for example, what is well or the wall? Well or the wall of death, it is the vertical cylindrical wall. ती काय असेल, एक वर्टिकल सिलेंड्रिकल वॉल असेल. ते समजून घेण्यासाठी आपण हा एक टेप पकडूया. पहा, मग ही जी वॉल असेल याची, बरोबर, आणि हा वर्टिकल सिलेंडर असेल. मग आता व्हेकल कसं मूव्ह होणार आहे? सपोज वी कन्सिडर दिस शॉर्पनर इज व्हेकल, राईट? नाउ दिस व्हेकल इज मूव्ह अलॉंग दिस वॉल, राईट? व्हेकलच्या अलॉंग, हे वॉलच्या अलॉंग काय होणार आहे? हे व्हेकल या पद्धतीने मूव्ह होणार आहे. आता हे पॉसिबल आहे का? ठीक आहे, आणि हे पॉसिबल केव्हा असेल? आता वॉलच्या अलॉंग जर मूव्ह व्हायचं असेल तर तो ड्रॉप डाऊन होण्याचे चान्सेस असणार आहे, म्हणजे खाली पडण्याचे चान्सेस असणार आहे. आता ते खाली पडू नये म्हणून त्याला काय द्यावं लागेल? एक सर्टन स्पीड द्यावं लागेल, आणि ते मिनिमम स्पीड किती द्यावं लागेल ते आपण फाइंड आउट करणार आहोत. ठीक आहे, सो वी ड्रॉ हिअर दी वॉल ऑफ डेथ और दी वेल लाईक दिस. Now initially the car is at point P, right? Now how much the forces acting on this car which is at point P? So initially the weight of this car is in downward direction, which is denoted by mg. Now opposite force of this weight mg or this weight mg is balanced by using the frictional force, which is denoted by fs. लक्षात येतं, एफ एस इकडच्या बाजूला कसं असेल? याच्या अपोजिट नॉर्मल रिॲक्शन नसणार आहे, कारण व्हेकल जो आहे, समजा ही वॉल असेल तर व्हेकल आपण या पोझिशनला पकडलेलं आहे. ठीक आहे, या बाजूला जाणार असणार आहे. त्यावेळेस फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स, म्हणजे खाली पडू नये म्हणून ज्यावेळेस ही खाली पडणार आहे त्यावेळेस फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स अपोजिट डायरेक्शनला इकडच्या बाजूला असणार आहे, ऑलच्या सरफेसला. ठीक आहे, ही ऑलची सरफेस असेल. मग आता म्हणून एफ एस आपण कुठं दाखवलं? अपवर्ड डायरेक्शनला, आणि वेट कुठं असेल? खाली डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन. So in this case the velocity of this car is suppose v. By using this velocity v, this vehicle is revolving in circular orbit, right? The radius of that circular orbit is suppose r, right? Now what is the normal reaction? Due to this velocity v, the normal reaction is towards the center of this circular track, right? And this normal reaction is balanced by using the centripetal force. ठीक आहे, डायग्राम व्यवस्थित लक्षात आली, कोणते कोणते फोर्सेस आपल्या असतील कारवरती ते लक्षात आलं. सो फर्स्ट इक्वेशन बिकम्स दिस फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स एफ एस इज इक्वल टू एम जी, अँड सेकंड इक्वेशन बिकम्स दिस नॉर्मल रिॲक्शन विच इज इक्वल टू सेंट्रिपेटल फोर्स एम आर ओमेगा स्क्वेअर और एम व्ही स्क्वेअर अपॉन आर. ठीक आहे, दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 2. नाउ the force of static friction Fs, which is always less than or equal to mu s n. That means Fs is less than or equal to mu s n. What is n? N is the normal reaction, mu s is the coefficient of static friction in between the tires and the surface of this wall. Okay, right? So Fs is equal to what? mg, and mu s n is equal to m v square upon r, right? So m get cancel, so v square is equal, now this v square is greater than or equal to rg upon mu s, rg upon mu s. Therefore v is equal to square root of rg upon mu s, right? And this is the minimum, this is the minimum speed of a car below that speed the vehicle can be dropped down, right? So the V mean is equal to square root of rg upon mu s, right? Equation व्यवस्थित समजलं. This is the minimum speed. Now in first point, vehicle along a horizontal circular track, in that point we find out the maximum velocity, which is V max is equal to square root of mu s r g, and in this point, well, or the wall of death, in this point we find out the minimum velocity V mean, which is equal to in square root rg upon mu s, right? Now compare these two equation. पहा आता V max आणि V mean. आता V max म्हणजे याला मॅक्झिमम स्पीड असेल. मॅक्झिमम का म्हटलं तर हे मॅक्झिमम स्पीड असेल, याच्यापेक्षा जास्त जर स्पीड झालं तर काय होईल, व्हेकल रोड सरफेसच्या बाहेर फेकला जाईल. आणि इथे V मिनिमम स्पीड म्हणजे काय, हे कसं कमीत कमी स्पीड असेल का याच्या खाली जर स्पीड आलं तर त्यावेळेस काय होईल, तो व्हेकल त्या वॉलमध्ये, त्या वेलमध्ये खाली पडणार आहे, म्हणजेच त्या व्हर्टिकल सिलेंड्रिकल वॉलमध्ये खाली पडणार आहे, तो हॉरिझॉन्टल सर्कलमध्ये फिरू शकत नाही. ठीक आहे, सिंपल पॉईंट आहे दोन.